A glimpse behind the curtain, unveiling North Korea's secrets. North Korea, a land shrouded in mystery, has long captivated the world's attention. Its isolationist policies and enigmatic leadership create an aura of intrigue. While largely closed off, glimpses reveal a stark reality. This essay sheds light on North Korea's hidden truths, exploring restrictive rules and human rights concerns. Accurate information is hard to obtain due to government control. However, credible sources help us understand this complex nation. The DPRK is defined by its unique political ideology and rigid social structures. The Workers' Party of Korea holds absolute power, shaping every aspect of life. This ideology permeates all levels of society. Understanding North Korea requires sensitivity and respect for its people. The North Korean people are individuals with their own hopes and dreams. Navigating a controlled experience, the realities of tourism in North Korea. Tourism in North Korea is highly controlled and curated. Visitors follow pre-arranged tours, showcasing achievements while hiding darker aspects. Tours have little opportunity for independent exploration. Impressive monuments and pristine streets mask a harsher reality. The government tightly controls the tourism narrative. Travel restrictions are stringent, with special visas required. Movement is closely monitored, with designated areas off-limits. Interaction with locals is limited to trained tour guides. Despite limitations, it offers a unique glimpse into a secretive nation. A critical eye reveals insights into life in this isolated country. Walls of silence, communication barriers, and media censorship. Communication with the outside world is heavily restricted in North Korea. Citizens have limited access to telephones, internet, and international media, effectively isolating them from global news and perspectives. The government maintains strict control over information flow, censoring anything deemed critical of the regime or contrary to its ideology. This control over information serves to maintain the government's narrative and prevent the spread of dissenting views. It also limits the ability of North Koreans to connect with the outside world, perpetuating a sense of isolation and reinforcing the regime's propaganda. Foreign media, including books, films, and music, are largely banned, and possession of such materials can carry severe penalties. The internet, when accessible, is heavily censored, with only a select few websites permitted. This restricted access to information creates a significant barrier to understanding the outside world and limits opportunities for cultural exchange. The government's efforts to control information extend beyond its borders, with state-run media outlets promoting a narrative of national unity, economic progress, and unwavering loyalty to the supreme leader. This carefully crafted image often stands in stark contrast to the realities faced by many North Koreans. The long arm of the law, severe penalties, and the chilling effect of fear. North Korea operates under a system of strict laws and harsh punishments, often meted out for seemingly minor offenses. The government's emphasis on obedience and loyalty has created a climate of fear, where citizens are wary of expressing dissent or questioning authority. The legal system lacks transparency and due process, with arbitrary arrests and detentions commonplace. Punishments are often severe and disproportionate to the alleged crime, serving as a deterrent against any form of opposition. The concept of three-generation punishment, where the family members of those accused of crimes are also punished, further amplifies the chilling effect of these laws. Crimes against the state, including defection, treason, and disseminating anti-government propaganda, carry the harshest penalties, often including life imprisonment or even execution. The government's strict control over information makes it difficult to verify reports of human rights abuses within the prison system, but accounts from defectors and human rights organizations paint a grim picture. The pervasive atmosphere of fear and suspicion permeates North Korean society, discouraging open dialogue, critical thinking, and any form of dissent. This climate of fear serves to maintain the government's grip on power and silence any potential challenges to its authority. Section 5. Beyond the Facade, Uncovering North Korea's Human Rights Record. North Korea's human rights record has been widely condemned by the international community. Reports from human rights organizations, defectors, and international observers detail a litany of abuses including, arbitrary detention, torture, forced labor, and severe restrictions on freedom of expression, religion, and movement. The government operates a network of political prison camps known as Kwanliso, where thousands of individuals are believed to be detained without trial or due process. Conditions within these camps are reportedly harsh and life-threatening, with inmates subjected to forced labor, malnutrition, and torture. Religious freedom is severely restricted, with the government promoting a state-sponsored ideology that leaves little room for alternative belief systems. Christians in particular face persecution, with reports of arrests, detention, and torture for practicing their faith. The government's control over information makes it challenging to assess the full scope of human rights abuses in North Korea. However, the weight of evidence from credible sources paints a deeply concerning picture, highlighting the urgent need for increased international pressure and accountability. Section 6. The weight of isolation, economic hardship, and the struggle for survival. North Korea's isolationist policies and economic mismanagement have resulted in widespread poverty and food insecurity. The country's centrally planned economy, heavily reliant on state-owned enterprises, has struggled to meet the basic needs of its citizens. International sanctions, imposed in response to North Korea's nuclear weapons program, have further exacerbated the country's economic woes. These sanctions, while intended to pressure the government into denuclearization, have also had a devastating impact on the lives of ordinary North Koreans. Despite the government's efforts to portray an image of self-reliance and prosperity, the reality for many North Koreans is a daily struggle for survival. Food shortages, inadequate healthcare, and limited access to basic necessities are commonplace. The government's prioritization of military spending over social welfare further exacerbates the plight of its citizens. While the regime invests heavily in its nuclear and missile programs, ordinary North Koreans often lack access to basic necessities. Section 7. A call for awareness, breaking through the walls of silence. The plight of the North Korean people demands our attention and action. While the challenges may seem insurmountable, we cannot remain silent in the face of such widespread human suffering. By raising awareness, supporting human rights organizations, and advocating for policy changes, we can contribute to a brighter future for the people of North Korea. Education plays a crucial role in combating misinformation and fostering empathy. By learning about North Korea's history, culture, and the challenges faced by its people, we can develop a more nuanced understanding of this complex nation. Supporting organizations working to improve human rights and provide humanitarian assistance within North Korea is essential. These organizations play a vital role in providing aid, documenting abuses, and advocating for change. Engaging in dialogue and promoting cultural exchange, however limited, can help to build bridges and foster understanding. While the government's restrictions present significant obstacles, even small steps towards engagement can have a positive impact. Section 8. The power of knowledge. Understanding North Korea's complex reality. Understanding North Korea's complex reality requires looking beyond the headlines and delving deeper into the country's history, culture, and the motivations of its leadership. It's essential to engage with a wide range of perspectives, from expert analysis and scholarly research to first-hand accounts from defectors and those who have witnessed the situation on the ground. The legacy of the Korean War, the division of the peninsula, and the ongoing tensions between North and South Korea continue to shape the country's worldview and influence its policies. Understanding this historical context is crucial to comprehending the motivations behind North Korea's actions on the world stage. The country's unique political ideology, known as Juche, emphasizes self-reliance, national unity, and unwavering loyalty to the supreme leader. This ideology permeates all aspects of North Korean society, shaping its culture, education system, and even its art and literature. By approaching the study of North Korea with an open mind and a commitment to seeking out diverse perspectives, we can gain a more comprehensive understanding of this enigmatic nation. Section 9. Seeds of Hope, Fostering Change and Embracing a Brighter Future. Despite the challenges, there are glimmers of hope for a brighter future for North Korea. The resilience of the human spirit, the desire for freedom and a better life, and the power of international pressure offer reasons for cautious optimism. The increasing flow of information into North Korea through smuggled foreign media and clandestine internet access is gradually chipping away at the government's control over information. This exposure to the outside world, while limited, is planting seeds of doubt and curiosity among some citizens. The international community's continued condemnation of North Korea's human rights record and its efforts to hold the regime accountable for its actions provide a glimmer of hope for justice and reform. While the path to change is long and arduous, the pursuit of human rights and dignity must remain a priority. Ultimately, the future of North Korea lies in the hands of its people. By supporting their aspirations for freedom, opportunity, and a brighter future, we can contribute to the realization of a more peaceful and prosperous Korean peninsula.